Love you.
I love you too.
Ordering this weekend.
It's the love episode on Omnibros Live. We all love each other.
Do we?
Well, you started out by saying love you, so I was just returning it to you.
I was saying I love you to my wife.
Oh, that's your story. Oh, okay. Your wife, right.
Yeah,
okay,
we'll
Luke.
Let's get to the harp. She loves the mouth harp.
Is she leaving or something?
There you go, baby.
Well, I see Mr. Awesome's certainly already into the show. He's got like 9 suggestions already.
Jesus. Thank you, because we don't have anything for tonight, so you're the man.
Yeah, we'll pull from you, Mr. Awesome. Hello. And we are Omnibros Live. I'm Omnidog, joined by the Omnibus Collector himself.
What's up?
And Comics Guide, who loves me.
Yes, Jess. I love all God's children.
What about those of us from Satan?
Yeah, I mean, I hang out with them too. So.
You hang out with us more.
Yeah, that was my 20s.
Right. Okay, so tonight we think we're going to be talking about building our own JLA and Avengers team, but we could go off into some crazy tangent. Yeah, Gio entered that, made that countdown. It's like drama music.
Yeah, I'd never seen that before, and then like as soon as it came up, I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, it is epic. Yeah. So Mr. Awesome has 14 different suggestions. 15, 16, 17, 18.
Well, we gotta make our suggestions now.
And there's Gary Sandberg. What's up, buddy? Marvel Bab, James Abel, the usual suspects. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see if I can figure this out, how to do our InStockTrades. Here we go.
There it is.
InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collect editions up to 65% off. Loyalty discounts include 2% to that. The end of every month, which is this coming Monday, we give away a $50 gift card courtesy of InStockTrades.com. That's good at InStockTrades.com. $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
She said I got it twice in this episode.
I live to please. Monday's episode could be epic because it's not only $50 gift card giveaway, end of the month, and Hall's previews and reads, but I just saw a gigantic concoction that you can get at McDonald's that I didn't even know existed until Lou pointed it out.
Yeah.
So I might try and get that instead of the Arby's spicy sandwich, because Arby's is like 45 minutes away from me, but there's a McDonald's within 10 minutes of me.
No commitment. No commitment to the bit, Jess. Come on.
Well, do you want me to build a land, sea, air, turf, Marine Corps, Air Force, Coast Guard sandwich, or do you want me to get the Arby's spicy sandwich?
The Marine sandwich, because that thing looks like it'll put you in an early grave. It's massive. And my disappointment lies in you have to build it yourself. Come on.
Yeah, I don't get that. Do they give you the bread and the meat and the condiments?
They give you all the individual items like as they would typically be packaged. Like, so that's what it's
No.
like a McChicken, a
Big
McDouble,
Mac.
and
It was a fillet. It was a fillet of fish, a Big Mac, and a McChicken.
Yeah.
so I
it.
think they give you the 3 sandwiches, or maybe they only give you the fillet of fish and the fillet of the chicken to add in there. But I know
Yeah.
like basically they give you the whatever the things are, and you have to put it together. They don't make it for you.
I don't mind the assembly idea, except I don't want to disassemble a Big Mac. I want somebody else to do that for me, because
You don't want
that middle
Mac sauce.
bun has got to be goopified, and I don't. I may have talked myself into going 45 minutes away to Arby's. Although part of me wants to try that big sandwich because it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. If you feel strongly enough, Lou, you can tease me pretty much into getting whatever you want me to eat on the show. If you just challenge my manhood for like 1 second, I just go, okay, I'll go eat that.
Well, yeah, we got you to a heart attack like several years ago with the dew bomb.
Oh. Yeah, man, my heart was racing after that. That was one of our early episodes, wasn't it? 2017 or something?
It was a very early episode.
I was up.
How many years are we into this? Is this 5? Are we doing 5 years?
We're
least.
in our 5th year, like, because we had the 5-year anniversary recently.
Did we?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
We did,
God!
yeah.
Yeah. It's been 5 years. I don't think there's too many people in the chat right now that were OGs though, from day one.
Who here remembers us from the first good old days, from the first days,
I think
from
the
the
first
ancient
days.
days?
We had what,
Before
Riley?
the channel.
15? We had what, Riley? 15 people, 20 people probably on that first show that watched us.
I don't know, because at first it was just you and I like bouncing between each other's channels.
Right.
It wasn't, and then eventually we made this channel, and that's when everyone, we got more people on and
Right.
etc.
I still remember. I still remember the message I got from Riley because I said, "Let's bring Jess on," and Riley was like, "I don't know, man. He's an old guy. I don't know if he knows how to use the computer or technology or something along
You
those."
jerk! Did you?
That's
Fucking jerk! Did you really say that?
And I was like, "Man, I don't know how this is gonna go."
I don't think I knew that.
But I don't remember what that message at all. But what did I say today? Oh, I was talking to Omar
about me and TikTok. That was hilarious.
He said we got to get Jess to use TikTok, and I was like, it's going to be a 60-second video, 45 seconds of which is Jess trying to figure out if he's actually recording or not.
That is awesome. I cracked up. I LOL'd for real, man. That was so funny.
Part of me kind of misses those days simply because of the fact that in those days we would do. So for those of you that don't know, when we first started the show, for those of you in the chat and those of you who are watching the replay, we would do one show a week. It was Monday. Was it a Monday show?
I feel like it was Thursdays.
Okay, it was either Monday or Thursday, and we would go for close to 4 hours. We wouldn't finish till almost midnight. Finish till almost midnight, and we wouldn't really start talking about comics until almost 2 hours into the show.
That was like my wife eventually was like, "Hey, if you're gonna keep doing these weekly things, you got to wrap them up at some point." Like, and I was getting like I would get off of work, and the amount of time it took me to drive home, it was like I'd get off work, I'd get home, and immediately jump on.
Yeah,
I would have to inhale my dinner and then jump on, and then I'd be on with y'all for like several hours.
Here's William Lee, day one lurker. Thank you for coming out of the lurking hood.
Hey.
Thanks, man.
Posting. Aiku was there. I seem to remember Aiku being there, and he says it was Thursdays. And he also said the alternating channels. Which one is it on this time?
I remember that. Yeah.
Was it the 2016? I feel like it was 2016 when we started. And then I feel like I started my own channel after that in 2017.
Yeah, late 16.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Because I was already working. That was when I was working at Enterprise, and I started early 2016.
Oh, you were? Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
But I think mid 2016 was when we got the house, and I was never on the. We didn't do the live thing ever from any of my apartments. It was always from the house, so it had to have been late 2016.
Um, let me actually. I just saw Next Imaginaut, and I have a kudo for him because he alerted me to something that was going on sale from 2000 AD on Monday. Even though he was talking to Geo, it was a 2000 AD series that I had. What? Well, now I can't even remember. I just ordered the thing, but they're hidden on. They're in my second tier of my Kalax, so I can't remember. Now I can't remember why I'm calling him out to say thank you. Next, imagine what was the book that you told us was coming on sale from 2000 AD? I'll be Omnidog. I'll be okay. Well, first we'll talk about Next Imagine. Is Bronze Age Richard Dragon worth reading? I have a penchant for 70s to 80s martial arts comics, but have no experience with the character whatsoever. I'll be honest, I haven't read that since the Bronze Age. So it was fun for me as a teenager, but I haven't read it with grown-ups' eyes now. I have a feeling it was bronzy, super bronzy, just not really, kind of stiff. I recall it as being sort of stiffly drawn, and just sort of wordy. But I don't know if you're into it, give it I like everything. I'd give it a try first, maybe on Marvel. I'm sorry, on the DC app. Richard Dragon, I think, is DC. Try a couple issues on the DC app or Comixology or something, because that is way bronzy.
I mean, if that's really your bag, there's always, you could, you probably know this already, but there's always the Shang-Chi stuff from that time period. I mean, it's classic martial arts stuff.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Right. Nemesis the Warlock. Thank you for that, because I got a notice the next day, but that night I placed a pre-order to make sure I got it, because those first two books are out of print that I have. So thank you, buddy. Next Imaginaut, who also says, I'll be sure to follow up on the Captain America question to this episode. Okie dokie.
Oh, there's also, I knew I should have remembered this. Infinite Kung Fu. Infinite Kung Fu came out in 2011, and it is a super super fun kung fu comic that I think you'll enjoy.
Yeah, that sounds better to me. I don't really remember digging the martial arts comics of the 70s, and except for Shang-Chi, which I read. I think Lou, you and I read it around the same time. And it seemed like a historical artifact that was important to read, and just to see. I don't remember that it was super compelling. Yeah, there's actually that Richard Dragon book is on my wish list at IST. So I'm sort of on the fence about it myself. I've been thinking about getting it. Lou, yes, and I already have all the Shang-Chi, Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, and Immortal Iron Fist Omni. That's an Omni I'm looking forward to. The Immortal Iron Fist with everything in it that's coming out this year.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that stuff, man. It's all gold. It's all good stuff, honestly. It is a bit dated. Some of the dialogue is a little bit dated, and like most things with that time period, just don't get offended by it, because unfortunately that was that time. It
That's
was
a good point.
It was that time period. A lot of the characters in the Shang-Chi series and were very stereotypical, because that's what it was in the 70s, unfortunately. Fu Manchu specifically is
Woof.
very, very stereotypical. And we're not the ones that usually call out problematic stuff, but it's just a fair warning for some of you out there that are a little bit more sensitive to that stuff. It can be problematic.
That's a good point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, that time period. If you look at some of the Jack Kirby and some of some of the Stan Lee Fantastic Four stuff, Reed Richards I've said this on the show. Reed Richards keeps calling his wife throughout all that old stuff, "Woman, bring me my stuff, bring me my slippers, woman." Oh shit!
Woman.
One of my favorite villains from that time period, the Red Ghost, is very much a stereotypical what you would imagine Russian cosmonaut that controls space monkeys. That was Stanley and Jack Kirby. But it's fun. I have my fingers crossed. I hope Red Ghost is the villain in the next Fantastic Four movie. I would love that. But
With
it's
mind controlled monkeys.
oh my god, I'd love that, dude. You have no idea.
Monkeys don't even need to be mind controlled to be freaking menaces.
Oh yeah, you sent us that picture from Africa where they were in the town square or whatever where you were staying.
They were in the resort where I was. The monkey stole a pineapple slice out of my drink.
What?
We were
A monkey came up to and just stole a slice of pineapple out of your drink?
sitting, lounging, and it was done. The drink was over here. It was done, and I see a little hand reach out and just and it ran away. And I was like, what the hell? And then later, that was the first interaction that I had with the monkeys, and I was just like, oh, that must have been a really rare interaction. That's something that's not going to happen again. And then later that evening, we were sitting out on the porch of the little cottage that we were staying in, and they brought us some snacks, and we're eating the snacks. And while we're sitting there, my wife and I and one of the guys that works for the resort standing there talking with us, a monkey comes in and literally goes to grab our food while we're there. And this was a mother monkey with her baby latched onto her front. She's going at she's trying to provide for her family, and she must have been freshly having given birth, because she had big old nippies hanging off of her chest. It was weird looking. I'd never seen that shit. But yeah, and then later we were lounging and sitting somewhere, and a monkey came over and stole some freaking mangoes out of behind the bar, and just grabbed them and ran away. I was like, menaces.
I can't believe there's no monkey omni dog already in the chat.
Monkey dog.
Monkey dog.
Omni ape. I don't know. Monkeys and apes.
Omni monkey.
But yeah, I don't. They're menaces. They're absolute menaces. They don't even need to be mind controlled. You just have someone open up a crate of monkeys and send them out, and they're gonna just destroy everything.
This reminds me.
No pooflinging.
Ew. That reminds me that I need to buy and pre-order Horizon Zero Dawn because I want that thing downloading at 12:01 a.m. that morning.
Oh my god.
So I wake up and my daughter's taking the day off of work, and she may spend the night, so we can wake up and play that game all day. All day.
It looks amazing, man. I can't wait. It's a few weeks away.
Yeah. Okay. That's good, Aiku. Thank you for in a roundabout way reminding me about that, because that's the only thing that's going to get my daughter over here before 10 a.m. is that there's the new Horizon Zero Dawn. So she may just spend the night so she can get up out of her bed in her pajamas and just come play with the PS5 all day.
So Avengers or Justice League? What are we trying to put together here?
What are we doing? Hold on. I didn't do the homework. I didn't do the homework. Shit.
There was no homework. Mr. Awesome did it for us already.
I came up with the idea of us putting together our own perfect team of either the Avengers, Justice League, or both. But we have to agree. This is between all three of us. So I was expecting we're probably going to start like getting at each other's necks by telling each other that our favorite character is trash.
Well,
well-
obviously, Gold Balls is front and center. He is the star of the team.
In the Avengers.
He's a mutant, though.
I don't care. I got mutants in the X-Men. I mean, in
the Avengers.
in the Avengers.
Okay, if you get Gold Balls, then I get Elizabeth Olsen on the team.
we have to agree though. So like,
And not even as Scarlet Witch. I just want Elizabeth Olsen on my team, my Avengers team. She could just be regular old Elizabeth Olsen.
Can I just?
I know this is where I don't know how we're gonna agree.
The crowning
His name is Egg now.
The crowning achievement for me of Hickman's X-Men run was making Gold Balls relevant and actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, I feel like
Egg now.
He likes to do stuff like that where it's like, let's just pull something and like utilize it in a way that's better than anyone else ever has. The only problem is like, I don't know that he can be useful solo is the only thing, because like
Egg,
like he can't be useful without the rest of the five.
Yeah.
I was that just Bendis goofing on the entire industry by giving us the character Gold Balls? And he'll say was he thinking like X-Men readers will read absolutely anything and love anything, so I'm going to make this character Gold Balls.
Have you seen Omar? It's not far from the truth.
Omar.
There's something about that little X on the cover of any book that Omar will read it.
It's literally a euphemism for testicles in Japanese. Is Gold Balls. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if Bendis was just like, "Ha, Gold Balls."
Yeah, he had to have been laughing to himself.
And Hickman came along and said, "Yeah, I'll use him. I got an idea for him."
Gold Balls. I just want to see what Hickman would have ever done with Maggot. Now that we're getting an action figure of Maggot, anything's possible. An action figure of Maggot.
Gabe was very happy that day.
In a serious way.
Yeah, no. Gabe unironically loves Maggot. Like, he really
Ironically.
There's no irony there. Gabe loves Maggot.
So do we want Maggot on the Avengers team?
Totally. With Gold Balls.
When you build a team, like, I don't know, a lot of people like they're like, oh well, you need this and you need that and you need like the tank and you need the person who can like they like to throw a speedster in and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you need a magic
and a really strong guy and a leader guy and flying guy.
Is that do y'all? Because I try sometimes and I'm like, I just don't feel like I'm touching all bases. Whenever I try to think about that, I'm like, I like that and I like that, but I just don't know if I'm doing it right.
We are slowly making our own X-Men team. That's what Roberto Rodriguez is right.
So we've said we're going to do Avengers and Justice League, but now we're just doing X-Men instead.
The Lame Coast Avengers.
The Gulf Coast Avengers. Come on, guys.
Well, I personally think Scarlet Witch should be on the Avengers. Wanda from WandaVision.
But we don't want Senor Magico as the magic user instead.
Thank you.
Don't try and make this racist.
You don't want Luis Guzman in there? Like,
thank you.
Thank you.
The undersung hero of Marvel's Magic Corner.
If Luis Guzman is in the next Doctor Strange movie, I will stand and applaud in that movie theater if they do it.
Well, I guess if they want to do things with the comics, then he would appear with like Heroes for Hire.
Yeah.
If they want to do it more accurate to that would be funny though. Like whatever happens. The second that some leak comes out that like Luis Guzman is going to be part of the MCU, that's like immediately I'm going to assume Senor Magico is about to make his first debut.
That's the highlight of that book for me, man, is the fact that he talks so much shit about Doctor Strange. He's like, yeah, that guy doesn't know shit. I'm the better magician than he is.
And
Which
he's
book?
just that
Which
was
book
in
is
the was
Power
it
Man and Iron
Heroes
Fist.
for Hire, right?
It was Power Man and Iron Fist, and that
Yeah.
was David Walker and it's the
Andrew.
Bitterroot team, Sanford Green.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That is a criminally underrated series, by the way. If you guys are out there and if you're looking for a good Luke Cage or Iron Fist series where they team up, Sanford Green and David Walker's Power Man and Iron Fist is fucking fun as hell and did not get the recognition it deserved.
And
yes, I'm writing it down right now.
I am. I haven't read it, but let's see. Books. And it's got Senior Magico in it.
It's his first appearance.
Yeah.
First appearance.
It's in the arc with Black Mariah, right? I think.
It's been a long time since I've read it, but I know he's in. It's his first appearance is in there.
Yeah.
Power Man, Iron Fist, Senior Magico. Senior Magico. Okay. I totally want to read that now.
All right. So if we're trying to be serious, then obviously like the magic user that you want is going to be Scarlet Witch, and Jess is so hung up on Elizabeth Olsen. But, like, do we want to be serious here, like, or do we?
I am being serious.
Pick a team that would have Senor Magico in it, though, because that would be fun.
Let's play it straight. Okay, we'll play it straight.
Okay,
so
let's play
Scarlet Witch, right?
Well, okay. How about he's the stand-in in case she hurts herself. He would take her place.
Put him on the back burner. Like, let's see what happens. And if we have time, like, I want to revisit this idea of like a team that legitimately would have, like, who else would be on that team? Would he be like the character that they just like roped in at the last minute because they needed someone magical? Because that's kind of like what happens in that book.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just find him because he's like, if I'm not mistaken, he's more connected with like street magic and stuff, and that's why they go to him.
Well, Tyler Blunt had a great idea, the Magic Avengers. Like, it would be Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch and Senior Magico. It would be like all the magical users of magic in the Marvel universe would be the Magic Avengers, and they would just be going around magicking everywhere. It'd be awesome. So let's build that team because Senior Magico and Scarlet Witch can be on there.
Okay.
And you're going to need protection from demons, so you need Ileana on there.
Magic, yep.
Yeah.
Magic on the magic team.
Magic on the magic team.
Who leads this team? Is it Scarlet Witch's team? Or is it Doctor Strange's team?
If you want to go all out powerhouse, he's probably too powerful. Franklin Richards, too much, right?
But he's not really magic so much as just like manipulating stuff.
He creates worlds, right?
But his powers were never rooted in any sort of magic. It was just like
he's a god, basically.
But
that's different. The God Avengers. That's a different group.
That would be like Thor, Hercules, and stuff like that. Okay, but let's look at these magic people because
Mr. Awesome says Dr. Voodoo.
Yeah, I was about to say Voodoo.
Dr. Druid. I don't know him, but I do know Dr. Voodoo. What about okay, so what about so we need Kitty Pryde because she's got a magic dragon.
Lockheed.
Yeah.
But Lockheed wasn't he a part of something on his own? Like Lockheed got used without Kitty somewhere.
Well, I know Magic babysat him, didn't she? Or did somebody babysat him recently? Well, not recently. I read it recently.
Lockheed was part of. He was in Sword. So he doesn't need to be next to Kitty to do anything.
Okay, Kitty loans him out to Magic for this series.
How many are we adding to this team? What's the cutoff?
What do we want? Like
5?
I said 7 earlier because 7 seems to be a popular number.
Sure.
Teams.
Yeah, let's cut it off there at 7.
Okay.
Well, you need a wild card, so you need a Charlie Day. So Loki should be that Charlie Day.
Which version?
Lady Loki, or which Kid Loki?
Kid Loki. He's my favorite incarnation.
Kid Loki. I won't argue against Kid Loki.
Okay, so we've got Senor Magico, obviously the team lead. Bring the team together. Like of all people, that would be like he's the one that somehow finds out that there's some just completely extra magical threat that he needs to get all these people together, and he gathers this team, and it's like an Ocean's 11 type of sequence. Senor Magico, like played by Luis Guzman, in my head discussing how he's going to bring this team together. So he's like, first I need to go get go talk to Doctor Strange. Even though I'm better than him at everything, he knows so-and-so, and he can help me with this.
Totally.
And then I need to find that chick from the X-Men. The one that can go to
and
hell.
then the other one with the dragon. See if we can borrow the dragon. Okay, so there's like 4 members there then. Senior Magico, Ileana, Doctor Strange, and Wanda. And Lockheed. Is Lockheed the 5th character?
There's 5, and we got 2 more. Now, Dr. Voodoo is a pretty obvious choice. Do we want to use Voodoo, or do we want to go?
The chat is saying Wiccan.
Ooh,
Wiccan, Adam Warlock, Agatha
Harkness. Did you count Loki with that?
Oh, no, there was Kid Loki in there too.
So Loki would be 6, and we got 1 more place left. Do we give it to Wiccan? Do we give it to Voodoo? Do we give it to what's her name from the Runaways?
Damon Hellstrom. I just read somebody wrote him really well recently, really snappy dialogue, and he was a great character. But I don't know if he's strong enough for this.
I feel like this will be easier if we did DC. The DC Magic.
We're only one character away from being Magic Avengers.
Yeah. DC does Magic better, but
okay,
I think we'll fly through that one.
Okay, good. Let's do Magic Avengers for DC. Or they already have Justice League Dark.
So who's the 7th? Who's the 7th member? Let's wrap up this team.
George Clooney.
My man.
He's magic to me.
Geo.
He's magical on screen.
How about Ghost Rider? Although we already have a representative of Hell.
Jess, I think we're missing the obvious choice here. Okay.
It's
Billy Zane. It's got to be Billy Zane.
Speaking of Billy Zane, I got my Phantom figure from my LCS. I'm gonna go pick it up tomorrow or the next day.
He's so dreamy.
Oh, I know. And now I've got him in action figure form.
I think we broke Riley. Billy Zane.
Billy Zane, shaved head or hair head?
That's tough.
He pulls off the shaved.
He pulls it off really well. And for a guy who I think he's close to 60 at this point, still in good looking shape. He's not bad.
He's got some cheekbones and a jaw on him.
All right, Billy Zane is the seventh member of the Magic.
It sounds like it to me. 2/3 of us are up for it.
I could never look at him as the bad guy in Titanic. I mean, just look at that face.
So there's a team based in Salem called the Spellcasters, I believe, from Marvel. Like they had a mini series. I don't think there was any like legitimate members like there that were connected with anything else, but like I always thought that was pretty neat.
If Doctor Strange is in this, I'd like him to bring his snakes, because his snakes are extremely snappy dialoguers.
What about
great dialogue?
What about Bats, his dog?
Oh yeah, yeah. If he can bring pets like his snakes,
I can imagine a conversation where like Strange comes with animals and like someone starts giving him shit about it, and he's like, well, you know, Ileana brought a freaking dragon, and just like
that too.
Okay, so it's not George Clooney, it's Billy Zane as the seventh member of the Magic Avengers.
Thank you. As Billy Zane, nobody else.
Just himself.
Just himself.
Yeah.
Just part of the Marvel universe now.
Yeah. Okay. Justice League. There's already Justice League Dark, but Swamp Thing, is he really magic? Detective Chimp, is he really magic?
Detective Chimp.
Wonder Woman, she's magic now, but
the obvious one there is Zatanna.
Zatanna and Constantine.
They have to be on it. Zatanna and Constantine.
Yeah.
I would also
Etrigan.
I say Etrigan.
Yeah.
Etrigan the Demon would be a really good one on there.
Yeah.
Dr. Fate is another easy one.
Yeah.
But which Dr. Fate?
This one.
Okay. You just like have these things on deck.
Yeah, I do. I got a Cyclops.
I have, if I reach out, all I have is a fat Pikachu. Like,
we'll get to him.
This didn't even bend over in his chair. It's literally all
like,
he lights up too.
It's to the point where I'm like, why didn't you say Dr. Fate? He was literally within like eye shot of you.
You have a pocket dimension that's right next to you where you just stick your hand into your figures and you pull them out.
Yeah, here he lights up. He's really.
How many figures do you have like at waist level?
He's lighting up. Ooh, the casting of the books of Dr. Fate. Blah blah blah.
I want Constantine to have put this one together. I think that would be so funny. Like again, like he just having to gather these people that like for the most part he probably doesn't have any respect for, but he like needs them for different reasons.
Yeah. Okay, so Dr. Fate, Zatanna, and Constantine. Who else is magic?
Two others. Who were the other ones that I think both of us mentioned people. Etrigan. That was one.
Etrigan.
Yep.
Okay, he's our rep from hell.
Probably wouldn't be too hard for Constantine to get that one.
Have they ever worked
rally
together?
Him?
I'm pretty sure.
Have they ever worked together, Jess? Etrigan and Constantine?
I'm pretty sure they have.
I think in Batman Damned.
We don't. That shit doesn't count.
Mr. Awesome says DC's Enchantress.
Okay.
Boy, they really botched that one up in the first Suicide Squad. That Enchantress, that was.
Baby, name a superhero from DC Comics. Okay, she got nothing.
Several people, along with Dofi, are saying Raven.
Raven's good. She's also someone that from hell.
What, Ravens from Hell?
I mean, her dad is what's his name? Trigon or whatever.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What if you get like one of the Endless?
Ooh.
One of the Endless. Wow.
Yeah. Or like, so I'm thinking now, like that I said that, like the characters that exist on that side of things, like the Sandman universe, because Constantine is like over there, right? Especially right now, like his book was labeled as part of the Sandman universe. So like
Right.
like
Yeah.
Cain and Abel from the
Murph
house of
Pumpkinhead.
yeah.
Let's have Murph Pumpkinhead be our 7th DC.
He tried to get one of the Endless, and like he tried to get Dream, and Merv's the only one there.
Here's a question actually. Is there some, because nobody uses the Endless, is there like some contractual obligation with Gaiman that only he can write it, or what's the deal with that? Because or just nobody wants to touch it.
Morrison used what is it, Daniel, when he became Dream, he used him in JLA, and then later Paul Cornell used Death in the Black Ring story arc of his Action Comics.
Yeah.
With what's his name, Lex Luthor.
Because I've noticed the characters have been around for almost, it's got to be 30 years now, but almost nobody has wanted to touch them or use them. Maybe it's too much. Is it too heady of a subject? I don't know. I've always found that interesting. They're used very sporadically.
Yeah, and the fact that they've been used tells me like there shouldn't be a real issue. So I don't know if maybe it's just like creators not feeling good about touching them.
Jeff Suter says Gaiman gets first refusal. Mr.
Oh, wow.
Awesome, my Amethyst knowledge is very little. I have very little Amethyst knowledge.
Hey, Comet, the horse, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The horse that used to be a man?
Yeah, that's magic.
That's creepy magic.
Yeah, let's use that one.
What about Beppo, the super monkey? He's not magic, right?
I don't think, no, Beppo was Kryptonian, but Comet was magic, because Comet was from was an Amazonian, something in relation to that, right?
Yeah, and then I think Cersei or somebody put a curse on him.
This like a couple months ago.
Yeah,
Comet is the pet on the team.
I love Beppo.
Is he? I love Beppo too. I mean, he can come along, but is Comet? Does he get to turn into a man once a day per year so he can date Supergirl?
What female members do we have on the team? So Zatanna, like maybe Raven, I think we talked about. Like,
yeah,
maybe he like tries to woo either of them, but is not successful whatsoever because they're like, no, dude, you're a freaking horse. He's like, yeah, I know. And they're like, no. There's got to be weird. If you have Comet in there, it has to be just fucking bizarre.
Comet is a left field choice.
But I'm standing next. I stand by that one hard.
Comet?
Yeah.
I'm totally with you on that one.
So who do we have now? Like Comet, Constantine, Etrigan, Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate. Oh, I thought you meant Dr. Strange. Yeah, Dr. Fate. Sorry. Zatanna.
Dr. Strange.
Dr. Fate.
5 or 6?
That's 5. That's 5 right there. Did we want to use Raven?
Yeah, we probably should. She is magical.
In more ways than one.
Yeah, baby.
And who's the celebrity guest?
Let's see if the Avengers have Billy Zane.
The Avengers got Billy Zane. Why don't we get?
Yeah. To be fair,
I just love. I just have
Johnny Knoxville.
I love the idea of Thanos just walking up to the Avengers and going, "Is that Billy Zane?" It's like Peter on the X-Force. I have both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. I love Deadpool too, man. Oh my god.
So we're looking for our celebrity
Okay.
man or woman.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Because he's so associated with Wolverine that I feel like it'd be funny to have him like on that side. Elizabeth Olsen.
Okay.
No, Jess, I got you. Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh,
I got you, man.
there you go. She's magic. She is magic. Okay.
Yes,
In
she's
universe, she still has played everything except maybe for magic. Like maybe she's played everything except, or I don't know. We can still have that role have been something.
Dick Van Dyke.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, dude's pushing close to 100 now. I think it's like 96.
Gosh.
98. Yeah. Yeah, surprisingly.
Right. So that's our Magic Justice League plus celebrity guest.
And Magic Avengers. What other channel are you going to get this kind of entertainment? We bring you Billy Zane. I mean, come on.
All right, circle around. Do we want to circle around to something else, like another team for Marvel, another type of Avengers, a type of X team or something? Or DC for all that matter. I really don't care.
Could you build an Avengers team out of former criminals who are now trying to do good?
Do they have to still currently be trying to be good, or can they have been like former criminals that were trying to be good at any point? Because like Sandman, the Spider-Man villain, he was an Avenger at some point.
Oh wow! And it sounds like I'm creating a Thunderbolts team, but I'm not trying to.
Well, yeah, because like Thunderbolts was villains disguised as heroes,
right?
Because they had ulterior motives, but then eventually was like, all the other different iterations of exactly how it was. It was different during Jeff Parker's run. It was different during the Red Thunderbolts run with Red Hulk and stuff. So like there's a lot of different things with that, but this would be specifically like former villains, but they are trying to be a good team.
Former villains, but trying to be a good team. Okay.
Mr. Body Massage. Hey, Mr. Body Massage. Okay, so ex-criminals, Venom in any form.
Luke Cage kind of counts as that, right?
And Hawkeye also.
Yeah, that's what Mr. Awesome was saying.
Both of I was going to say Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver all count as well.
Yeah, Songbird.
Pietro.
Which Pietro for Quicksilver?
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of other ones like that are not as obvious. A little more obvious would be like Superior Spider-Man.
Shoot, I've been reading all this Marvel stuff's going through my brain right now. I feel like I just read something about somebody who's now, it's a woman and she's now trying to do well, but I think I'm mixing it up with Killer Frost from DC. That is what I'm doing. So can Killer Frost be on the DC version of this team?
I get Clayface.
Let's put that as a placeholder, as a Jess contribution, because I'm
Over
not coming up.
there on the DC side, Lex Luthor has done so before, and Clayface.
Oh yeah.
Two that could be on the DC side. I think the DC side would be more interesting because I can't off the top of my head think of as many, and they don't have that type of team. Like they don't already have like a Thunderbolts.
Okay, and Harley Quinn and Killer Frost.
So Harley Quinn, Killer Frost, Lex Luthor. What else did I say?
Lex Luthor would definitely be the wild card because he backstabbed the fuck out of anybody.
Yeah, I want him killed almost immediately.
Yeah.
Clayface, that's what I said.
Yeah, I want Killer Frost to kill Lex Luthor like in the first 2 pages.
What if Lex Luthor is like he's the figurehead for it, like he's the funder of everything, and he put it together, and it's him.
Yeah.
His like Superman armor that he made when he was part of the Justice League, but then like he gets killed because he's a piece of shit, and then Clayface just disguises himself so that like the public still thinks that he's there.
I like it.
You know, my favorite iterations of Lex Luthor aren't where he's evil, just where he's a dick. Those are always the most fun ones to me. Like in All Star Superman, he's a dick. In Jimmy Olsen, he's a dick, but and they poke fun at it.
Where he like didn't he like cure? What did he cure? Did he cure cancer or something else? And then he just gives it back to his sister or sister-in-law or whatever the relation was.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
His sister is like ill and like wheelchair bound, and
I just read that. That was a Superboy, right?
Yeah, Superboy tells him, if you were really, so smart and you could really do all these things, then you'd actually do it. And he sends him off on like a wild goose chase to get a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He gets back and it's like ingredients for tea that he wanted to drink to like calm his mind before he synthesized a cure for whatever it was that was ailing his sister. And then he like gives it to her. She gets up and is better. And immediately he makes it go back. Like he shoots her with something and she goes back to what she was.
Wow.
Yeah. That was, I just read that book.
I think he says, Lex giveth, Lex taketh away.
That is a level of petty that I don't even aspire to be.
I just read that book. What the heck was that called? That was such a good book.
Superboy, the Boy of Steel. That's the Jeff Johns with Francis Manipool.
Okay, right. I just found that book when I went to Pittsburgh. That's right.
Well, I recommended it to you like last year. So,
but I couldn't find it. Was out of print. No, I just bought it. It was out of print, and I couldn't find it till I visited Pittsburgh.
Years later, and I'm still pissed off. Jeff Lemire didn't get to finish his Superboy story.
Oh yeah,
that still bothers me. Because he was shaping it up to be one of the all-time great Superboy stories.
Yep.
Okay, so how many people do we have on this one?
Billy Zane.
So Lex Luthor, Killer Frost, Harley Quinn, and Clayface. So we have 4, I guess, at least. Who else?
Catwoman.
Catwoman would be a good one. I was about to say if either, like if Deathstroke could count, because he's never really been good though. It's just he's been the protagonist of several things.
Is Deathstroke's the one with the daughter that he's always trying to, or is that Deadshot?
Well, Deathstroke has a daughter.
And that's his whole reason for trying to do better, is so he can get out and see his daughter. I think is that Deathstroke or Deadshot?
Deadshot is the daughter.
Deadshot's the daughter. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of him. I would love Red Hood, but Red Hood's been neutered in the past few years.
They gave him pew 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 guns in his latest action figure.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have guns. He has hands shaped like this, so they can go pew 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 pew.
Finger guns.
Yeah, finger guns. Okay, so we're up to Catwoman.
So that's 5, I believe.
I think that might be 6. Lex Luthor, Harley Quinn, Killer Frost, Clayface, Catwoman, Okay, that's 5.
Okay, so if Clayface is posing as Lex after someone else kills Lex, is it just going to be like a 6-person team, or
Yeah.
maybe Clayface is able to make like a duplicate of himself, and there's like one that's Clayface and one that's
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking of like story wise.
If we have Harley and Catwoman in there, maybe we throw Poison Ivy in there too.
So now we have like a Gotham City Sirens situation.
Exactly.
An expanded Gotham City Sirens, basically.
I feel like we're running into the Simpsons did it problem.
Oh, what about? Oh no, she's good. Damn it! I just wanted her on a team.
What were you gonna say?
Black Canary. But she's good. I forgot.
Yeah,
I just wanted.
Ooh, Lobo. Lobo would be good. I like Lobo.
I like Lobo too.
Lobo, the guy, he'd be the one that like joins a little bit later by chance.
You guys remember a few years ago when they tried to introduce the new version of Lobo?
Yeah,
that was written by somebody good too, right?
Cullen Bunn did.
Yeah, that went over.
You know what's funny is like he did a good job writing that series. Like that version of Lobo was not at all like what you would think he was like looking at him. But because of the fact, and I think that was actually part of the whole shtick, was like the fact that he did look like, you know, I think they called him like Twilight Lobo.
Twilight Lobo.
But there was, you know, kind of shit talk about that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I had an idea for something. Oh no, not for this team. I was gonna say we need to make a team centered around Howard the Duck next.
Yes, please.
Just
Let's
for
go.
But we have one more spot on the DC good bad guys team. Is very bat centric because there's like four characters on there that are bat characters.
How about a Red Lantern Supergirl?
Oh, ooh,
I like that.
I think that can work. Okay. Not really bad per se, but Red Lantern works.
Yeah, get a Red Lantern on the team. She was so good.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Okay, what's Howard the Duck's team of Avengers? Howard leads an Avengers team. Who's on it? Let me know.
Gwenpool.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I like that.
Howard and Gwenpool. So what is he trying to do? Was it like some sort of investigation that he's going into gone wrong that like expands into him needing to put together some sort of team, but everyone else doesn't want to work with Howard the Duck because he's a freaking duck?
It's terrible.
Duck racism.
There is precedence for Gwenpool also because I believe they had a little crossover.
Oh yeah, I think didn't Howard start in the back of Gwenpool's book, the modern
or
Zdarsky one?
Gwenpool that started in the back of Howard.
Oh, it might have been that.
No, I don't remember. It was a few years back.
They've definitely crossed over.
They did. So Howard, Gwen, who's apprehensive to be there?
MODOK.
What?
Who doesn't want to be there? Elizabeth Olsen? Moon Knight.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay, wait. So we've got Howard the Duck, Gwenpool, and Moon Knight. I feel like there should be some kind of spider iteration, but an odd spider, not odd, but
Spider's Man.
Somebody like Spider Girl or not Spider. Well, Spider Woman's pretty snappy. I like her.
Yeah, and I think that works because I think if we're using what's her name? Jessica Drew, right?
For Spider-Woman?
I think she could fit here.
Oh,
She
yeah,
also
Silk.
wouldn't want
That's
to
a
be
good
there.
idea. Silk's good.
Silk is very good. That's a good character. Yeah.
All right, so Silk instead of Spider-Woman.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought it was her I wasn't crazy about her at first because her debut was literally Peter just couldn't keep his Peter when he was around there, when he was around her. That was
This is Silk?
yeah, that was Bendis, right? That they wrote that.
No, that was Slot.
That was Slot, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Peter
Where
like
because
constantly he was down bad for Silk.
yeah, it was a hormone thing or like a pheromone thing, if I remember right.
All right, so Howard, Gwenpool, Silk, Moon Knight. Silk and Gwenpool are going to be like besties on this team. They're both close to the same age. I think they would like hit it off really well. Silk would probably be like, "Oh, I love your hair," and then she'd like do some dye in her hair as well.
What do you mean you can climb through the comic pages? What are you talking about?
Comic.
What comic?
That would be
This is
an
our lives.
to see between Moon Knight and Gwenpool about like she's talking about going through comic pages and being in a comic, and he's talking to her about like, I've got dissociative identity disorder. But what I would find funny is like him trying to constantly shift which identity is in the lead because he just does not want to be involved with this. He's like, Steven, it's your turn. And Steven Grant is like, fuck off.
So this is what do we have a name for Howard's team? Like what kind of Avengers they are, or are they the X-Ducks or
Howard the Ducks Avengers?
Ducks Avengers?
Howard the Ducks Avengers. I feel like but the more of the point being like, why is he putting this team, like what does he need it for? But I think whenever he puts it together and they're like, we need a team name, and he's like, we're the Avengers, like he just throws it out there. They're like, we can't be the Avengers, and he's like, you're my Avengers.
My Avengers.
Like, we're like Charlie's Angels, and he's like, you're Howard's Avengers.
I like that.
And so they're trying to solve. They're going to help him solve a private investigator. He's a private investigator, and they're
right.
He needs people to help him, assistants to help him solve this particular crime.
It's okay. Here we go. It's something to do with like crossing over into the universe of the Howard the Duck movie.
Oh.
And that's why Gwenpool is there, because she's able to like cross outside of the panels and stuff. And so he goes to her believing she might be able to assist with something like this. Along the way, like, I don't know where Silk comes in, but she's going to be there because
she's going to see Gwenpool taking selfies of herself on the Empire State Building, dangling by a scarf, and try and save her. And she'll go, I can't die in this. This is just a comic book. Don't worry about it. And Silk will be all, what do you mean? This is my life. I save people.
I like it.
And then Gwenpool will say, I love your red scarf over half your face.
See, Marvel, why don't you hire us instead of putting out another X-Men book that only Omar reads?
I love both these Avengers stories, these teams.
So we've got 4 because Moon Knight is there for some reason.
Do they need muscle like Red She-Hulk?
That's very random, but yeah.
Red She-Hulk. She's not even Red She-Hulk anymore, right?
She lost her gamma.
Oh.
She-Hulk herself could be.
I like She-Hulk. I just picked red because I just saw the books right there in my Hulk collection. The books that you never
trying
would
to,
send me.
Think of more
That I had to get from Geo.
I felt that.
Machine Man worked with Howard in Marvel Zombies 5.
Huh.
So
Random fact, before Riley and I knew each other, he sent me a Machine Man figure along with a Zorn figure.
Wow.
That we traded books. Let's see. Or did I buy them from him? I forget, but I got 2 action figures. Machine Man.
Buy several things from me, but I know that I also sent you those.
You would stick things in as extras.
Did you guys feel that the Zorn reveal was natural, or was it out of left field completely for that Grant Morrison run?
I remember liking the way that went.
I did too.
I didn't know any better, so I just thought it was what it was.
Okay.
That was the book that made me that got me into X-Men.
Yeah.
So I understand now, 8 years later after I read it, or 10 years later after I read it, I understand now that there was a controversy at the time over who Zorn was supposed to be and then who the editors thought it should be.
I did too. I mean, there was a part of me that was disappointed because I'm like, man, this character is really cool. And I like that he's working with the students that are a little bit more challenging.
Yeah.
And then the big reveal happened. And I was like, damn it.
I was bummed only in the way that I thought Zorn was going to be a really cool addition to the world.
Same. All right. I got to get going, guys.
Okay. Let's talk real quick about InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to almost 65% off in some cases. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. There is, this coming Monday, we're giving away a $50 credit to InStockTrades.com, courtesy of InStockTrades.com.
Ooh.
We will be giving that away and possibly eating monster sandwiches. We just haven't decided yet. Sorry, this is the In-Stock Trades. $50 or more in the United States gets you free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. InStockTrades.com. Woohoo!
I'm throwing Man-Thing onto that team also, by the way.
Oh, that's a great idea. Man-Thing and Howard.
Nexus of all realities.
Yeah, and Gwenpool and Silk. I'm totally into that team.
Howard, Silk, Gwenpool, Man-Thing, Moon Knight. Did we want to
She-Hulk?
She-Hulk, and throw out one more so Luke can leave satisfied.
Before I go, I have a Girl Scout cookie problem. And I need help.
I have a problem too, and that is my wife won't tell me where they are.
She hid them for me?
Yeah. And she's not relenting either. I'm like, look how good these are. First I said, there's a shortage of these particular cookies that are supposed to be so good. And she goes, yeah, it's a good thing we got ours. And I didn't register with me. And then I said, after you posted about it, Lou, I said, hey, have we got our cookies yet? Because these look awfully good. She's like, yeah, you can't have them though. I'll let you have some on Valentine's Day. I'm like, Valentine's Day is like 3 weeks from now. What are those cookies called that you love so much?
Sweetie, what are the cookies that we got? The Girl Scouts.
We got 2 flavors.
It's 2 flavors. Which ones are they?
We got tagalongs,
Uh-huh.
which which is the peanut butter one, and then we got Adventurefuls, which is the brownie and caramel.
That brownie and caramel is dangerous, dude.
What's it called? Adventurefuls?
Adventurefuls, yeah.
That's what I want. And that's
God.
if I had said something lame like the shortbread cookies, she would have said, oh, okay, you can have a few. But no, it's those Adventurefuls. She's torturing me.
Oh my God, dude, they are so good. It's ridiculous.
And so are you like jonesing for them right now? You want to go in front of a grocery store and get them from some Girl Scouts?
Yes, it's a problem. And I'm not happy I have it right now.
Is it just the Adventurefuls or is it the other ones too?
It's more the Adventurefuls. The other ones are delicious.
Yeah.
They're really good. But the Adventurefuls are like crack cocaine right now.
Oh my gosh. I want to go out on my own to a grocery store and find them by myself and just eat the whole box there.
It was my daughter. She was the one that brought them home the other day. And I was like, oh my God.
Is she a Girl Scout or did she buy them?
She bought them from a friend.
So she's your middleman now to the dealer.
Yeah, she's our plug. I might be sending my daughter to school tomorrow with another $20. So, and there's my plug right now.
Find daddy some of the good stuff.
Don't get me into that weak shit.
They're not petting it with anything crappy.
Yeah, don't give me any of those Hydrox things.
Oh my! It's like it really is. The first hit's for free. Don't worry, we'll be back. We'll be back for the second hit.
Oh, I can't wait to have these.
Oh my God, man! Because you had always told me just how great they are, and I was like, man, I've never had Girl Scout cookies. So I tried it for the first time the other day, and oh my God!
Yeah,
I feel like Barney when he just got done being sober and he took his first sip of beer.
Oh.
This is an oh no moment.
The only ones that are safe in the house are the Thin Mints because I don't like mint. So she puts those are sticking in the freezer and she can have like one a day and she's satisfied. But we used to get a ton of them when my daughter was a Girl Scout, and we just stick them all in the freezer and eat them, for the next 6 months because they freeze really well.
Yeah, my wife is saying that the Thin Mints are gross, so I don't like mint either.
Yeah, that's not for me. My daughter and wife love it, but not me. But I need to get some of these Adventurefuls. They sound delightful.
Oh my God, yes.
Ice cream?
What's that? Put them with ice cream?
Yes.
Do you mix them in or just put them on as a topping?
Yes.
She's just said yes.
However you decide.
Vanilla ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm there. I'm with you on that. All right. Well, Riley, where can they find you?
Well, we need a 7th member for Howard's team.
Oh, what?
We didn't have a 7th member. What was the
whoever's selling Lou the cookies?
It's a celebrity. It has to be a celebrity.
Yeah, the celebrity guest is going to be what's her name from the movie?
Paul Rudd?
No, the from the movie. Leah
Howard
Thompson.
the Duck? Who is it?
The actress Leah Thompson.
Oh yeah, she's in Howard the Duck, right?
She's going to be the whole reason why this happens because she the actress was in the Zdarsky series. So instead of the actress is going to be the actual character that she plays is going to come into the 616 universe, and Howard's going to meet her and get confused thinking that she's Leah Thompson from the 616 universe, the actress, but she's like, no, I'm not. And then this sets up the whole thing where he's trying to figure out how to like, what the hell happened. And that's why we get characters like Gwenpool and like Man-Thing. And then the others just kind of get absorbed into this as it goes along, because I'm going to say actress Leah Thompson, who already existed in the 616, opens a case against the other one, saying it's identity theft, and that's how She-Hulk gets involved, because she was the lawyer that was brought in for this case. And then Howard's like, no, this is some multiverse shit. Like, it's not what you think it is. There,
This is awesome.
I feel like you really put a lot of thought into this before this.
I literally just like shat that out. That was like just right there. I thought of everything on the.
Yeah, I could tell that was awesome.
I don't know exactly how Moon Knight get involved, but I don't think there needs to be a reason. I think he just kind of fucking shows up, and they they accept that he's part of it, but he doesn't want to accept that he's part of it, but he is.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
All right, so that's it. Let's cut this segment, like this last part. Let's cut it together, send it out to Marvel, see what they think. We got ourselves a deal.
Never email us again. That's the
You can find me, OmniDog, on OmniDog's Vault on YouTube, and OmniDogs_Vault on Instagram. Omnibus Collector.
Find me at the Omnibus Collector on YouTube, and the Omnibus Collector on TikTok, and the Omnibus Collector on Instagram when I remember that I have an Instagram, and Omni Collector on Twitter when I remember that I have a Twitter, which is never.
Comics Guide?
Comics Guide 101 on Twitter, and Comics Guide 101 on YouTube for the archive of old videos and stuff like that.
Right on. Thank you to the audience for watching our shenanigans. Thank you to InStockTrades.com for sponsoring our shenanigans. Thank you to the lurkers and the people who are watching afterwards. Feel free, please, to subscribe, like the video, and comment. And peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you so much for being with us. Do.